Web Universe, I have no idea what I just saw right now. You know what? I shouldn't be complaining because it was a really good match. It was an amazing match, it was. But you mean to tell me that someone's gonna get DDT'd on the apron and not get knocked out? You mean to tell me that someone's gonna get DDT'd on the apron, get thrown his ass outside the ring, get suplexed outside the ring, get suplexed inside the ring, get T-bow suplex on the turnbuckle, another suplex on the turnbuckle, another suplex on the turnbuckle, a kick, and then you're gonna kick out. No, not even that, Kevin Owens. You're not just gonna kick out. You're gonna do your move on Sami Zayn, who's been kicking your ass for the last segment of the match. One power bomb and you take him out. I'm supposed to believe that as a viewer? I'm supposed to believe that as a fan? That I just saw you getting your ass kicked and it only took one move from you to end Sami Zayn just because you're the champion? Garbage. That is garbage. If that's the case, half a DDT should have taken you out. Hell, his kick should have taken you out. The DDT on the apron should have kicked you. Fix that!
Welcome, Web Universe, to another exciting episode of
Talking Promos.
I'm AJ Saint.
Joe the Icon here, and this week we're here to break down Raw.
And what was it? 3 hours of live television?
3 hours.
With 2 hours of maybe promos, and maybe after commercials, maybe an hour of actual wrestling.
What exactly happened on this week's Raw? Well, you start off Raw by having Seth Rollins come out and he cuts a promo on Triple H. But wait, Triple H didn't even come out. Hey Triple H, if you're watching this, I want you to come out here and cut a promo with us right now.
No.
Oh. Hey Stephanie, can you please call Triple H, your husband, and tell him that me and AJ the Saint here want to cut a little promo on his ass? Can you tell him to come out, please?
No, she wasn't on Raw either.
No. Segment, total garbage. He called out Triple H, nothing ever happens. You didn't address it the rest of the night. You didn't address that situation at all. Mick Foley doesn't even question that promo at all. Who comes out? We have Kevin Owens. He comes out, jibber jabber about his title. Seth Rollins, I don't even know, jibber jabbers about him having his title. Kevin Owens drops a bomb on Seth Rollins, if you want to call it that.
If you want to call it that, it was Seth Rollins versus mystery opponent. Drum roll, please.
Big Show. That to me, AJ Saint, was definitely the highlight of Raw. I mean, you got to see the Big Show come back. I've been wanting him to come back for a while. He came out looking mean, lean. He was what? Like
395 pounds.
That guy used to weigh like 450 pounds. I mean, he is the super athlete. Has a great match with Seth Rollins, but it was cut short.
Cut short because Kevin Owens tried to interfere, tried to put his 2 cents into it. Big Show didn't have it. He walked out on the match, gave Seth Rollins the count-out victory.
You had 2 commercial breaks during this fight, I think. Or was it 2 or 1 commercial break, and then the match ends. I mean, we didn't even get to see them wrestle. You got to see them wrestle for maybe 2 minutes. You have Kevin Owens yelling crap to Big Show. Big Show gets tired of it, choke slams him. One of the highlights of the night. And then you move on to...
You had 2 cruiserweight matches, which... Yes, cruiserweights are on Raw, but they also have their own show, Cruiserweight 205 Live.
They should stay on their own show if nothing's really going to happen. You know why I think they put them on there? It's to maybe wake up people from falling asleep from 3 hours of absolutely nothing happening once again. I mean, I didn't even realize that there was a match between Mark Henry and Titus O'Neil. I mean, I don't even know if I fell asleep.
One of the matches built up all night was Mark Henry and Titus O'Neil in some sort of Texas match. What was it? There was no stipulations. There was nothing on the line. It was just randomly called something Texas. And what is it? It's another squash match. You have Mark Henry come in the ring, Titus O'Neil come in the ring. You had Titus O'Neil try to do a couple moves. Mark Henry catches him, does the world's strongest slam. 1, 2, 3, match is over.
Another squash match. I mean, that's all Raw keeps feeding us is squash match after squash match. You build this whole match
throughout the whole night.
The whole night. Even if I was awake and then you gave me that crappy finish, I mean, I would have probably flipped my TV off or...
This is where you're making a sandwich in the middle of the show.
I was busy snoozing. What was the stipulations? What did they get? What was the outcome? You got nothing. You got Mark Henry going over on Titus O'Neil, who...
We know Mark Henry's nothing's gonna happen from this. There's not gonna be a push. There's not gonna be some sort of rivalry.
Nothing.
Titus O'Neil, they're trying to build him up, but there's no consistency. Sometimes he has a match. Sometimes it's growing. Sometimes he gets pushed back. Nothing's growing from
it's sad to say, but if Superstars was still around, is that even around anymore?
Yes, it is. On the network.
That's where he's going to end up. If he's not already there, it's a Superstar match that has nothing. This right here, I mean, you build it up
for nothing. We're going to move on.
So then what happened? So then we have a couple other promos. I mean, one of the funny promos of the night was the
Enzo Amore with Lana and Rusev.
Now let me tell you, Lana, you're beautiful, darling. Beautiful. But yes, you have another exchange with him and Rusev. You know, she flirts with him a little bit, gets him to come up to his hotel room.
It brought me back to the Attitude Era where the whole show was not based just in the arena, where there were segments of the show outside of the arena. And the hotel is just another one. Last week we had the parking lot brawl with Seth Rollins. This week we have Enzo coming up to Lana's hotel. But I just felt it was too long. The segment in the arena was all right, and then it moved on to the hotel, and that just dragged on. It should have been quicker, faster, and it just cut time between matches. For example, one of them, Bayley versus Alicia Fox, which could have been a good match, but I feel that because of that promo, it was cut short.
It was another filler match for 3 hours of promos.
Television.
I get wrestling, you're trying to compete with TV shows, and you know what? I understand that. I mean, wrestling on itself is a TV show. But please, I mean, the whole segment with Enzo and Rusev, why did we have to start on Raw? It makes no sense why it starts on Raw and then ends up in a hotel room. Like, did he just leave?
He just,
Did Rusev and Lana just leave for the night after having that 2-second encounter? Like I'm saying, this was one of the better segments. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. To me, it's just the timeline was kind of funny. I mean, you're on Raw. You know what would have been Attitude Era? It would have started at a hotel room already. It would have started on the streets of where the event was taking place. But anyways, we're talking about this week's Raw.
This week, one other segment. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens had a match against Sami Zayn. Great rivalry, which WWE thought it would be a great just randomly revive it on a Raw.
You know, and I didn't mind it. That was one of the better things on Raw. So first you have the Big Show, then you have the Enzo and Rusev, and then you have the Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. If you guys saw my promo in the beginning, I'm gonna try not to get so upset, but I mean, come on, you do 1 million moves on one person. He's not the Big Show. He's not Kane. I mean, even you were yelling at the TV.
After half of those moves, Sami Zayn should have been able to pin Kevin Owens.
After doing the DDT on the apron. That's the way
through the apron.
You wanted to start a storyline. We all know what happened to Sami Zayn at NXT. He did the powerbomb on the apron. Boom! There you go. Out, Sami Zayn. Why couldn't we have ended it there? It was a really good match. If you guys haven't seen it, I hope you guys can check out the highlights. It was a really, really good match. Or if you're like me and you TiVo Raw because it's too goddamn long. And then we have Ric Flair. They introduced Ric Flair. Why does he need another introduction? We already know who Ric Flair is.
Well, to start it off, we had Charlotte coming out to apologize to her father.
We already knew what was going to happen.
Apologize to get him back on her side.
Make it more believable. Everyone in that audience, everyone watching at home, we all knew Charlotte was going to turn on Ric Flair for what happened last week. Come on, she is the queen. You mean to tell me the queen is going to take that nonsense from her dad, raising the hand of Sasha Banks? And then lo and behold, what happens? Sasha Banks comes out.
After Charlotte slaps Ric Flair, Sasha Banks comes to his aid. but unfortunately,
Gets her ass kicked.
The queen kicks her ass in and out of the ring, and I don't understand. But apparently, we're gonna have one more match.
One more match. Last week was the end of the rivalry.
No.
Last week was the end. I heard it. You guys heard.
And apparently, it's gonna be the Iron match.
Okay, first of all you people watching, please comment on the section below. Let us know if you guys heard what I heard. Last week they said this was the end of the rivalry and that was gonna be it. Sasha Banks becomes champion. Charlotte is crying because she lost her title. But no, what happens this week? We're gonna get one more match at another pay-per-view at Roadblock, and it's gonna be a 30-minute Iron Man match. 60 minutes. See how mad I am? I don't even know how long an Iron Man match is. But we already saw the end. What happened to your women division, AJ? You were just yelling at me in the last episode that, oh, they have a women division, and I didn't see anything but Charlotte and Sasha. I guess that's their only women's division right now.
We took one step forward with that women's title match to end Raw, and I thought this is gonna build, but no, we took 2 steps back. We had Bayley in a really quick match that meant it didn't boost her up, it didn't bring her down. Filler match, and then you just had Charlotte and Sasha once again closing Raw, which you can close Raw like that, but unfortunately, we're just gonna see Sasha versus
Listen, Joe
Sasha
the
Banks.
Icon doesn't mind a little promo action at the end of Raw. It's okay. I'm a big fan. I grew up with the Attitude Era. They used to do that all the time, and I'm okay with that. But when you keep shoving down our throats, Charlotte and Sasha are gonna have another match. They are great wrestlers. They are, but it seems to be the same episode over and over.
It's time to move on from that rivalry. I'm AJ Saint.
Joe the Icon here. Don't forget to subscribe. Send us a like.
Send us comments.
Comment below. If you guys want us to cut on promo on someone or something, go ahead. Let us know. If you guys want us to dress up while we cut this promo, let us know. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook. Go ahead, send us a like. Send us a friend request. We want to be your friend.
We will add you.
Once again, this is Talking Promos.